Welcome, Ravens. This will be a quick start guide for all newcomers to the 5th generation of Armor Core, especially those that have selected Armor Core Vertidae to be their first introduction to this generation. We will be covering early tips and strategy to allow the learning curve for this generation to be less steep. So let's get started. Firstly, we will want to head over to the settings section. This will be located in the workshop. The workshop also houses your current AC mech build. Starting off, you will have all junk parts AC build, but we'll talk more about that later. This is where you can configure your volume settings, so adjust accordingly. First recommendation would be to turn on all settings. This will make your life easier, as auto purge will throw away empty ammo weapons. Auto boost will enable boost to turn on automatically without having to press the toggle button. And auto sight will soft lock on your targets, making your AC slightly adjust to the target's position. Screen settings will also allow you to adjust in-game brightness of your picture. You can configure the color of your HUD, and you can adjust your transparency of your HUD. Right now, I'm playing HUDless, so dare to be bold with that. In the control settings, I would like to first change my inversion of my Y-axis of my camera. You can thank Star Fox for the Super Nintendo for that. But real quick, adjust your boost on-off button to be up on the D-pad from L1, and adjust your glide boost button to be L1 instead of L3. Everything else can stay the same, so exit with the press of the circle button. Back to the main section of the workshop. This is the current AC build you will have in the beginning of the game, which is not a bad way to start, honestly, but remember, this thing has all junk parts, which means its stats are not the best as when new. You're currently equipped with an assault rifle, battle rifle, and a pulse machine gun. Not visibly seen, you also have homing missiles equipped in the shoulder unit, so you're not as bare as you might think. Now, let's get started on our first mission. The first mission will be Mission 01, Dirty Worker. It can be overwhelming if you step in it too deeply and walk through the house. I will try my best to explain what's going on here. The first button I press is up on the D-pad to turn on my boosters to glide. You can also toggle the boosters on and off with that same button. Remember that auto boost functionality? Well, it turns on your boost functionality whenever you jump, even when your boost is switched off while on the ground. The next thing you want to do before making contact is to fire a recon unit off into the distance, so you can have a better view on what's going on up ahead. You can shoot these units with the circle button. When you switch to scan mode, you can see enemies further ahead than your camera head unit, and you get to see them behind objects. Scan mode isn't just for seeing targets. It allows you to pull up information about them, like what kind of defense they're currently sporting, so you can adjust your weapons accordingly. Also, what kind of weapons they're currently using against you, so you can adjust your strategy on the fly. The one last thing scan mode can do is it can show you your current ammunition you have within your AC. Now, it's time to move quickly in with that glide boost button of L1. Remember, the glide boost can only be activated while on the ground and while the boost is on the line. These targets can be taken out with your assault rifle with R2 and our battle rifle with L2. I like to use our shoulder homing missiles too with the press of R1. Oops, I forgot about dodging. Use the square button to quick boost in and out of situations, but remember, you can only quick boost when you have the energy to spare. Out of energy, you will have to wait for it to recharge. I would like to mention now that you don't necessarily have to be locked on to the enemy in order to fire your weapon. Free aim, and the carry of the bullet will continue to strike the enemy as long as there are airborne. The only downfall about free aiming is that your homing missiles cannot be fired in tandem. Another cool feature about scan mode is that while you're in it, your energy drain is drastically less with a quicker recharge rate, but you cannot fire your weapons while in this mode. So use this as an opportunity to move your AC to better position on the battlefield. The strategy for this mission is to hang back and allow the two forces to fight it out. Even when they stop fighting, just hang back. Free aim at the golden board, so you don't have to take too many hits. Right now though, it's impossible to dodge all of them with your current AC setup. Keep a cool head and you'll ride out to victory. Don't be intimidated by the rapid fire of these units. It's just to distract you from laying down heavy firearms.
Just how things have to be right now. You're better off not knowing what you don't need to know.
It's got to bug you too, Maggie. You were a merc once, right?
We have our next job to plan. Let's go.
Hopefully your mission report is similar to this outcome, but that's also the benefit of using junk parts. It doesn't cost you much to replenish or repair them. If you switch the page with the triangle button, you can also see the possible side quests that are achievable during the mission runtime. After your first payday, you want to head back to the workshop and enter the shop itself. Here you want to purchase an FC part for your AC. This will help you to lock on to targets further than your current FC part that is currently equipped. After you purchase your new FC, then you want to start replacing all your parts on your AC one by one with newer equipment. It will cost you more to repair and replenish your AC, but you will be more powerful and faster than your junk status. And this concludes my quick start guide of Armored Core Verde. Hopefully I provided the tools and foundations needed to smoothen out your journey in this generation. If you learned or you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel for more Armored Core content. If you have any questions or suggestions, please do not be a stranger and leave them down in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. With your support, we are able to keep the flames lit. So stay fly, Ravens.